So what I'm doing here, I've already pulled out the grouping routing module bank of guide rails. These original plastic guide rails. British plastic from the 60s and 70s tends to really dry up and crack and split, so very often these are broken, usually at the top, and so we usually replace them when we're doing a restoration. So I'm just taking these ones out here. Sometimes they can be quite stubborn. You want to be careful, of course, not to break ones that are still good. Generally speaking, if they're difficult to get out, that's because they're still all right, but sometimes if they haven't cracked and broken already, they can be very stubborn to get out because the plastic has actually shrunk that much around the original metal pins. So you just put your thumb behind it, gently ease it out from the little metal locator pin at the top, and then lift straight up and off the bottom piece there. And there's a broken one there. The clip breaks out. Fortunately, you can still get original replacements from the original company that supplied Neve. They make them out of a much better plastic, so those issues don't exist like they do with the originals. If you're careful, though, you can often preserve many of the originals. Sometimes the new ABS ones tend to be a bit of a tight fit on the modules when you tend to slide them in, so it is nice to keep original ones if you can. Very rarely the bottom splits out. It was a lot thicker, so it's usually, you can see here, this is cracked out on the inside, so that one will be replaced. And that one's broken too. So was that one. And that one. If they're broken and they're off location, it can tend to slide the module in an undesirable way or off square. And what that can do, what the real danger there is misaligning with the connectors on the inside, so it'll smash usually the female connector on the module, and invariably over the years on any Neve restoration we do expect to replace at least a few of these. Again, the plastic dries up, they do get a little brittle. You have to be very gentle with them. You can't take the module and, you know, drop it into the console to resolve seating issues, often on old Neves. Not ever on 8-channel ones, because there isn't enough distance across the cross rails that support all the connectors. But on the larger consoles, they use 12-channel buckets, and especially on 8058s and 68s, what actually happens, these cross rails here, they'll sag in the middle and you'll get module connection issues in the middle.